Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Bannerlord video. In this one I'm going to be talking about should you be a vassal and stay as a vassal, or should you make your own kingdom, be it from being a vassal to eventually breaking off and making your own kingdom, or just straight jumping into making your own kingdom, right? Because there's a lot of stuff the game doesn't tell you. There is some pros and cons to each one. But before we get started, I want to just say that if you do enjoy this type of videos or my content in general, you can let me know by leaving a like, comment, and especially subscribing. It helps tremendously with the channel. Also stream every day from around 4 p.m. Eastern. And we have Discord with all those links down in the description. But let's get started. Should you be just a vassal, or should you go and make your own kingdom? Right? If you are a new player, right, you haven't experienced a lot of the game, I suggest just staying a vassal, because becoming your own or making your own kingdom can be very expensive. It can be very difficult if you don't prepare, and even if you prepare, it can still be very hard, right? So being a vassal, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is achieve clan tier 2, which requires you to get 150 renown. Ignore this is my kingdom playthrough, but you need clan tier 2. Once you have that, you can go to a ruler of a kingdom. We'll use well, since I pretty much destroyed everybody in this case, we use that. For example, like in the Southern Empire, which was Regia, you can talk to the ruler and pledge your allegiance to them, right? They will give you the unique weapon, a banner, and 6 of their highest tier troops. For example, if it's Azerite, they will give you Faris and stuff. If it's Khuzait, they'll give you Kangard, and I believe it's Torgud, I'm mistaken. And for Empire, for example, they'll give you Cataphracts, 5 of them, and 1 elite Cataphracts, right? And you want to have a fief, which will suck, and then you will go from earning money through the influence to not being able to do that. But the benefit of that is you're part of the kingdom, which means you will always, so to speak, have backup. You'll be able to do the Lord's sort of missions to get some money, to get a lot of influence, stuff like that, and you'll be able to join kingdom armies, take over territories, right? For example, we use mine. If I was just solo, I might have a hard time taking, for example, Odo. But if I'm part of the kingdom and we're at war with this territory, I could join the army and being able to take this town or the castle, And more than likely, since I'm just a brand new member of the kingdom, that territory will go to me, right? Sometimes it can be good, especially if it's a good town or just in town, but sometimes it can be bad, especially if it's a castle or a crappy castle in general, especially if you have a different culture, right? So that's kind of pro and con. Another con is the kingdom policies. I run my kingdom, it's all about loyalty, right? Like serfdom, like grazing rights, tribute on the people, forgiveness of debts, stuff like that, right? Yes, hunting rights reduce it, but you get that. While other normal kingdoms will have some like debasement of currency, because they will try to get more money, but it lowers loyalty, and especially if you have a wrong culture, that can be negative for you, right? But again, the positive is you have a huge army you can get, So, for example, we'll use my kingdom. I will be missing some stuff, right? But again, you will not be able to be part of this huge kingdom right away, right? But yeah, that's the stuff you'll be able to join armies like this, right? Maybe not as huge, because I have a lot of territories, a lot of people, right? But you will be able to join such armies. Yeah, that's a 4,000 man army, right? And you'll be able to vote on some policies when they come up, and on who gets the town, even though it's a 3 vote, right? That's the good and the bad. Now let's talk about making your own kingdom. Making your own kingdom comes later. You need to be clan tier 4, which I believe is 900 renown. So it's way more, it's 750 more renown. But you can get that by just continuing being a mercenary or just by continuing being a vassal. Now if you have turf or territory, when you leave a kingdom, right, instead of abdicate or say leave kingdom, you have two options: to relinquish your territory, which means you just lose some relations with people and that's it, or keep your territory, which means you go and be at war with your former liege, right? Which can be bad if you, especially if you're not prepared in their pretty huge kingdom, right? Being able to get a huge army, right? But if you do that, you can also instantly become your own kingdom, right? But you can also leave the kingdom prior. All you need to do is go to any of your towns or castles, go talk to a governor. If you don't have the governor, just quickly appoint one, right? Any of your companions, talk to it, create the laws, which will cost you some money, and then boom, you're on your own kingdom, and you will go to diplomacy, and you'll have your former liege at war with you, and you can sue for peace, paying them some tribute. Ignore this tribute just because it's later in the game, but you'll be able to pay some, right? And then that's it. Now, the good things about the kingdom is you will be able to control your own policies, being able to get something like a royal guard. Since you're the ruler, you get that 60 extra party size, being able to get castle charters to where castles cost 20% cheaper to upgrade, citizenship to loyalty increase, hunting rights to help your town, so food, forgiveness of debt to get that loyalty up, you know, some good policies to help your people control towns. And for example, we're imperial and I easily control any town. For example, if you look at Husson Folk, yes, it's low loyalty, it's not mine, but even at that clan is Sturgeon and they're sitting at 56 loyalty. Now we'll look at Kuyas, sitting at 79, lowering it won't go below 70, right? For example, another one, this, little less than 60. Yakolan, 97, will lose, but it'll still be 90. As you can see, my towns that are part of my kingdom, even if they're wrong culture, they're still good on loyalty, right? You can see this has no security and it still has decent loyalty, so none of them will rebel. They will all be part of the empire, right? Even for like this clans, more than 100. Example, I don't even think I have towns. Okay, we'll use my castle. The starting one has over 100 loyalty and it's still going up, right? So you'll be able to get that, be able to have easy time holding on to territories, versus you're part of the kingdom, they don't have good policies and you don't do good amount of prep work to support your town, that town could rebel. Now you might see a bit early when I was amassing an army, right now I can get 4,781 men, and that is what some of them are not fully recovered, you know. I could do that. And I'm also missing a little bit here. I know this is not fully armed, you know, I can get that. Now if I also had my own one more party, I'll get that. Look at that, 120, 80, 60, like I could easily reach 5,000-6,000 troops possibly. You can get that, but it would take a lot of prep work. You need a good amount of money or be really experienced with running your own kingdom and know what you need to do. If you're not experienced, definitely have at least $500,000, preferably $1 million saved before starting the kingdom. Another thing is everybody will try to go to war with you because you're a brand new kingdom. You're weak, you have nothing, you have a castle, or maybe if you're lucky a town, that's it. Which at that point you can progress your kingdom through companion clans or recruiting clans, which I do have a video. I'll have a link to it in the description and to show you if you should promote the clans or kingdoms. But short story or long story short, the other kingdom clans are going to cost a lot of money to pretty much convert into your own kingdom, especially if they're coming with a lot of territory or any territory, right? but that will help your kingdom grow into strength. That's what I did in this one. For example, I got to my power and I started recruiting clans. Join me. You can see I have plenty of clans. Some of them are small. This one with only 3 members. Another one that I have bigger, 8 members. Another 8 members, which can give me a huge amount of armies and I have territories. So that can help your kingdom grow. But the pros come later, after you go through pretty much the cons of the starting your own kingdom. But starting your own kingdom can be fun because you will be able to control everything. You will be able to say who gets which fief, right? Be it a castle or a town. It might not be you because you'll have 3 votes and the game will pick the 3 people, right? But you'll be able to pick who. You won't have to vote. Yes, if you go against the popular vote, it will cost influence. But you'll be able to get that influence. As you can see, I'm getting 33 influence, almost 34 influence per day. Policies, being able to amass a huge army, along with other things, really helpful, as well as amassing massive army. As you can see, I'm almost 500 troops. 500 just by myself. That is massive. And I don't even remember who's my, but this guy I think is my steward, and he's not even max steward, which will get me even more, right? If I push this to higher, I could get an extra people because, you know, I get up to 28, so I'll be able to get over 500 troops. You can do that just by being a clan ruler of the kingdom, right? But that is it for this video. Short, long story short, for new players, I definitely recommend just being a vassal, learning about the game, learning kind of bits and pieces about the kingdom, and then once you're more experienced with the combat, with managing a lot of different things, and kind of learn about like kingdom wars, kingdom diplomacy, which is, there's not a lot to it, but some stuff like that. Try your own kingdom. Go ahead. And if you want to get more, so to speak, real lifetime help, join me on my Discord where I'll be playing this game and others, and you can ask me questions about this game, other game if you see me playing it, and other stuff that I made videos about. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped and helped you kind of figure out what you want to do. But that is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.